What is poppin', my lovely Sagittariuses? It's Sydney Island here. That's Island with the Y, not an S. And in this video, yes, I'm finally talking about the depression of a Sagittarius. I took a long break from, just kind of doing these individual astrology videos as a whole because I had a lot of stuff going on, okay? I took a trip to Atlanta and I wasn't, trying to do too much of that while I was there because I was trying to work on my music, and then I got back home and a lot of stuff was going on at home, and so here I am in a hotel filming Depression of a Sagittarius. I'm going to jump right into it. And this is going to be a fun one. This is going to be fun. Depression isn't fun. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. It's going to be fun because Sagittarius people are fun, and I have in my ninth house, come on now, let's not do this today, Sydney. In my ninth house, which is the house of Sagittarius, I have a stellium, which means I have 3 planets in that house, meaning that I have a very strong Sagittarius energy, so I can empathize with the depression of a Sagittarius. I have a Sun, a Mercury, and a Mars in my ninth house, in my house of Sagittarius, and I also have Aries in my Sagittarius house, so I get it. I get your depression. I understand where you're coming from. So when I'm talking about this, I can empathize, and I'm kind of speaking from experience, okay? And so I got my notes here. What makes a Sagittarius depressed? Feeling restricted, feeling that you can't be yourself, and feeling that you can't spread your wings and go dancing and partying and doing the things that you want to do. For me, I feel like I'm losing my freaking mind when I don't have my own space, and that's why I'm in this hotel right now with my Sag, house stellium. I cannot stand being restricted with space. Sagittarius are all about the outdoors, so for me, I have to have the curtains open, right? And if the curtains are closed and it's dark and I know there's bright daylight outside, I'm losing my mind, and that's the thing. Sagittarius needs space. We need to be, I said we like I'm a Sag, I'm a Taurus sun, but like, hey, my sun is in Sag house, I might as well say we need expansion of energy and of space, or else we will become very depressed. We need to know that we can do whatever we want to do when we want to do it, as soon as we want to do it, like instantly. We need to know that we have that freedom. And if we feel that we don't have that freedom, this will make us depressed. But Sagittarius, I would say Sagittarius is the least likely to become depressed. And just because this sign is so optimistic and so enthusiastic, it's hard to really keep Sag energy down, especially if you have Sag energy in your deeper placements like your moon and your Venus and stuff like that. If you have a lot of Sag energy and a lot of Sag placements like me, for example, you're going to be the type that's like, you'll cry for a couple of days, but then you're like, okay, I'm done, let's party, let's have fun. Like, that's me. Like, I'll cry for a couple of days and then I'll be like, okay, I'm bored with being depressed. So Sagittariuses, although they may become depressed, they may get bored with depression and want to move on really quickly and have an adventure. Okay, so feeling stuck, okay, you need to travel. Sagittarius is the sign of overseas travel and exploration, right? So if you're not getting any of that, you're gonna feel really, really freaking depressed, and also sexual repression. If you feel that you can't be as sexual as you really feel, if you feel that you have to restrict your sexuality for whatever reason, whether it be religion or the way your parents raised you or the town that you live in, if you feel that you have to restrict your sexuality, this will also make you feel depressed. I have restricted myself sexually. And let me just throw this out here. The reason why I'm saying this is because Sagittarius energy is very sexual. Sagittarius people are highly sexual beings. They have very high libido and a very high sexual, and they want a lot of sex. They need a lot of sex and need to experiment with sex. And a lot of Sagittarius people, and people who have like a Sag sun, Sag Venus, Sag moon, a lot of them I've noticed are bisexual and like polyamorous and like open-minded when it comes to sex and relationships and that kind of thing. I myself am bisexual and I am open to polyamory, so there you go. That Sag energy is so open-minded when it comes to sex. You'll hear like a lot of Sagittarius people say, I'm trisexual, I'll try anything once, right? So if they're suppressed sexually, they're going to be depressed because Sag energy is very sexual and they need to release through that sexual energy. And if they don't, it will become a very frustrating, miserable energy, because I've experienced that. You know, growing up a Christian, I was raised to feel kind of like if you sleep around or if you have sex with somebody you barely know, then it's a bad thing. And I beat myself up for having like a one night stand. And it was hard for me to get over that, you know, and it made me very depressed because I felt like why am I like this, you know? Why do I get so sexual with people so quickly? Like, what's wrong with me, you know? And there's nothing wrong with you. You're just you. You just have that sexy Sag energy, and you need to explore that. And it's okay that you explored that. You were being young, you were being human, you know? So don't beat yourself up about that, you know? It has made me really miserable, and I wouldn't wish that on any happy, lovely Sag person, okay? Let's see, I put that Sagittarius people have a deep need to get out of their minds and their bodies, right? Because this is a very spiritual sign. It's a sign of higher knowledge and higher learning. People who have that Sag energy, they want to expand so much that they sometimes want to leave their bodies. Like, I'm talking astral projection type of leaving your body. And so they may experiment with drugs so that they can feel that they can go to like another galaxy and be in a whole nother realm of energy, because these people have so much energy. They literally want to like expand way out there. Like, they don't even want to be here. They don't want to like be tied down to reality too much, you know? And I myself have noticed that when people come at me with something like about a flaw of mine, I don't like it because it weighs me down. I'm like, nope, I don't have that flaw. Nope. And that's not good, Sag. It's not a good energy, okay? You need to be able to face reality, because you create a lot of enemies, you know, with being so defensive, you know? Let's see. I just put Sag energy, you jump into things too quickly because you're so idealistic, you know, and this gets you into trouble, and you end up in risky situations that can sometimes lead to depression because you didn't think things through, and you kind of just delve headfirst into something, and now you're like kind of in this situation that it kind of was like, oh shit, now I'm here. Like, you kind of just, oh yeah, let's do it, it's gonna be so much fun, it's gonna be so, and you just jump into it, and then it's just like, what was I thinking? I should have thought this through. And then you're in a situation where you're like, damn, like, man, like this is depressing. Like, I don't want to be in a situation. Like, I've been there with that Sag energy, all that Sag energy in my freaking chart. Like, I've been there. Okay, let's see. Also, what makes you feel depressed is doing something like working a job that you hate for a long period of time, or even if you don't even hate it, just working the same job for a long time will make you depressed. You need new, you need fresh, you need something that stimulates your mind. You need to always be stimulated mentally, physically, spiritually. You need stimulation, constant stimulation. And physical stimulation, you're the type that really love exercise. Like, you really love to get your body moving. I love exercise personally. I love taking walks. And with that Sag energy, you need to get outdoors. So one way to get a Sagittarius depressed is to stay indoors all the time. So if you want to get that Sag out of their depression, get outside. Open the curtains, let that natural light in. Sag energy is all about natural light. It's all about sunlight. It's all about being outdoors. It's all about the space of being outside. You know, Sagittarius energy is such big energy that you need to be outside to expand and express your energy. Being inside for too long, it'll kind of like close you in, you know, and it'll make you feel anxious, and it'll make you feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm dying, I gotta get out of here, like, you know, because that's how I be feeling, you know. I feel that all the time, you know, that feeling of like just being mad claustrophobic, and I think that's just the main thing. It's about claustrophobia. It's about space. Sag energy is about space. So your depression most likely has something to do with you feeling like you don't have enough space. You feel like you don't have enough space in your house. You feel like that it's too crowded. There's too many people. This is definitely the case for me. That's why I'm in a freaking hotel. It was too crowded. I need my space, or else I feel like I'm losing my mind. And trust me, if you have a lot of Sag energy, you're going to find a way out, because Sag people are go-getters. If they don't like something, they will take themselves out of it. They will not suffer for longer than they need to. And you know, that's a very, you know, that's a strength that you have, Sag. It's a very admirable strength, you know. You are one of those people that when you're in depression, you'll be in it, but like not for long. Sag, if you're in a depression right now, let me tell you, you can get yourself out of it. You, of all people, can get yourself out of it. You're a fire sign. You are a fire sign. You're a quick moving fire sign. You're a go-getter. You're strong. You're powerful. And whatever you want to do, you go do it. And there is nothing that's going to stop you. You're a very independent sign, independent-minded. You do your own thing. And if you don't like being somewhere, you have luck. Jupiter is your planet. Jupiter is the planet of luck. If you want to get out of something, you are the luckiest sign in the zodiac. So if you want to get out of your depression, luck is on your side. You can get out of that depression. You're the lucky Sag, okay? You have that charm. You have that sense of humor that can get you out of that depression. I believe in you, Sag. And you should too. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Bye-bye.